Yep, let me see. Yes. Yes, that one is the white. Now try this one. Hmm? Like Mama said. Pepper. What? That's right. Let's put your paintbrush on your hair. Me too. Does it hurt? Right here? Okay.
Turn your nose where it's been rough.
No, I think like the sinuses. He's rubbing his face right here.
Oh. When was the last time we gave him medicine?
When he got up, so 2 hours.
Okay.
Before I left, so that was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. 12:30.
Okay.
So 4 hours would be 4:30.
Now, yes.
Yeah, we'll watch when you're done.
Knife. Okay. First things first, though. Check out wrappers. Wrappers are good. Okay. Mushrooms, pork. So the first thing I need to do is get this cabbage thinly sliced. Oh, thank you, Thank you, Nisha. We appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the lurk. We'll talk to you when you come back.
No, I got it. Okay.
But lovely to see you, love.
You done?
Alright, first things first, let's go ahead and cut this. Half. Cut half this way. Okay. Set that to the side. So that's all we need.
This one?
So we'll be starting off. So it's 400 grams thinly sliced. Okay. So first we're gonna thinly slice as much as we can. Last time I tried to slice it as thin as I could, but it was still fairly thick, so I'm gonna try my best to go as thin as absolutely possible. There we go. that's pretty good. Proud of that cut. Turn this over a little bit. That is humanly possible. Well, it's tonally possible. Just very inconsistent, I'll say that. That one's got a little meat to it. What we're going to do is we're going to put this in a strainer. I'm just going to fan it out a little bit. Right? Oh, HOH. Do command HOH. Is the only thing I can think of, and I think you'll appreciate it.
Okay, ta-da!
Oh my goodness, you're such a talented artist, bud.
Oh, where's your cheese?
Huh? Okay, can I hang it up so it can drop?
Anytime you come into the chat, anytime you show up, feel free to use it. And if you ever lurk and come back, it's just kind of a way for people to know. Just another interaction to the channel.
Hands. Wash hands, you have paint? Wash hands.
If Spencer's here, if not, HOH, you can do command Spencer. That was the only thing I could think of. But I figured you would appreciate yours the most, obviously. Spork!
Wash hands.
Spork, your command. There you go. Thank you.
Ow!
Sorry.
It's elbowed me in the eye.
I'm sorry.
I'm glad that I was wearing glasses.
Mommy?
That's the only thing I could think of, HOH, if you want to think of something better for him. And next time he's...
Mommy.
For him, you could do.
I know that, but it was all I could think of at the time.
Bush.
Yeah, guess who still doesn't have one?
Mommy. Bush.
No, we're not washing the dishes. We're just washing our hands.
It's just going to be like
Bush.
exasperated sigh, domestic bliss.
No, Spork, you were telling us how to do like
Bush, Mommy.
Okay.
sounds. Mine should probably be like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, but it should be a sound bite.
Right. So, alright, so we got it all finely
all
chopped
right.
there. We're just going to go ahead and add some salt. That's the laundry.
We're gonna take a short break and go get the laundry.
You can entertain people with the boy. Show off his artwork. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to take some salt while it's sitting in the strainer here, like the book says. We're just going to, it says 2 tablespoons, I believe. So just shake it around, toss it. Try not to lose a lot of it.
Try to wash a paintbrush.
Okay. So there we go. That is going to sit for a second. The recipe we have right here, again from the Disney cookbook, you guys can see. We haven't made this once before and we loved it, so that's why we're making it again. This is, of course, hopefully our end result.
Exasperated sigh. It's a good one too, though.
Yeah. Alright. So give me just 1 second, guys. So here's our gyoza wrappers. We have our pork. our shiitake mushrooms, cabbage,
Water.
garlic right here. Of course, scallions. I don't buy enough scallions. So always just, green onion, something like that. It's close enough. It says 400 grams of cabbage, but this is half of the smallest head of cabbage I could find. There's the multiple recipes that we've, used of cabbage. We use so little of it. I mean, a quarter of it we use. So I found the smallest one. This says Napa, but the only Napa ones I could find were ginormous, which would have been like 3 times the size. So if you're ever planning to make anything, like we also made the coleslaw from the Destiny cookbook,
Is it in your room?
try and find the smallest head of cabbage you can.
Unless you're a person that eats a lot of cabbage, I guess.
Right, unless you love cabbage. These are just store-bought spork. These are defrosted now. They were in the freezer. This is what we get at our local Asian market. Just like the shiitake mushrooms. Normally I can't find these. Plus also if I want to use daikon or any other sort of thing like that. Also we do get
Did he take his cup in his bedroom?
I have the green one here and the yellow one.
The yellow one is the one we're looking for.
The boys like these little jellies that you can get from they come in these little coin banks. So yes they do. Alright guys. Please be entertained while I go and grab the laundry or at least turn it over. I'm sorry, sweetie.
I'm trying, sweetheart.
And I'll give you guys a full view of my new apron in just a minute.
Here, Daichi, it's a cup.
There it is.
I don't know where your yellow cup is, but here's a green cup.
There it is.
How are you doing, HOH? Are you streaming today or did you take today off? I didn't check the VOD to see if you finished yesterday or not. But I didn't see an announcement that you were going to stream today, so I'm assuming that you're not streaming today because you would have started already.
Mommy, no, hi.
You want to say hi?
Yes. Whoa. What's that?
Cabbage
What
with
is this?
salt on it.
What's that?
Mushrooms.
What's that?
Pork.
What's that? What's
Oh. Good. I'm glad you're taking the weekend
that?
off.
Mommy,
What, sweetheart?
what's that?
Coffee.
What's that?
Medicine.
What's that?
Soap.
What's that? Mommy, where go? How is this?
Oh, apple crumble is the best. We need to make some of that because we got a bunch of Granny Smith apples from the kids' lunch pickup, and neither of the kids really like them because they're so tart. So I figure we should do a crumble or something. Oh, it's in there.
What doing, Mommy?
Oh, it's in ginger snaps. That sounds great.
I just like water.
Huh?
Like water, please.
It's not water, sweetheart. It's medicine
Wow. What is this? Wow.
for your cough.
Big ones are done. Here's our clothes aren't yet. Whew.
He got up to say hi, and then he was done.
Okay.
That's empty.
So, guys, take a look. Got my new apron. Sarah got it for me. What do you guys think? A magical girl I always wanted to be. Obviously, minus the real hair.
I'm glad you had a successful birthday, Spork.
That's
awesome.
good, Spork. Thank you, HOH. Alright, let's get down. Move on to the next part of this here.
Now, did Shinji take his? Was before Daichi woke up though, so he can have his when he gets up. I'll just put it right here if you want to make him take it. But I think. So.
Medium bowl, everybody. We will be adding the ground pork, cabbage, garlic, water. We're omitting the chestnuts because ginger, scallions, and mushrooms.
Very fascinating.
I fell right asleep because of the huge... You fell asleep because of the sugar spike? Thank you.
I don't have a cereal bar, guys.
But HOH, so I've been... Obviously, I try and catch your streams. Normally I'm just busy with the boys and just have had some other things I've been busy taking care of. But I've been watching some of the VODs. Man, that's really informative stuff. Like, it's kind of crazy to think, you know, it's just like, oh, what makes all these diets like popular? Like, it's just good marketing. It's not the, you know, money is always first in these things. So I'm glad I get to learn. Alright, now it says 5 cloves, obviously. It's kind of a little bit smaller. So we'll... You always fell asleep when you had too much sugar, anything more than small. Oh, geez, Splurk. So if ever we meet you, all I have to do is, like, force a Twinkie down you, and you'll fall asleep. That would be... Well, I guess then that helps so you don't, like, eat too much sugar then, right? Unless you're, like... Does that, like, work when you have insomnia? You're just, like... You know, it's 1, 2 a.m., you can't get to sleep, and you're like, I'm just gonna eat a Snickers bar? I'm kind of curious. As somebody who really doesn't suffer from insomnia, I'm always curious about sleep patterns. Because mine are just so different. Mushrooms. Oh, it's 5 mushrooms minced. Yeah, exactly. Or like, Spork's really tired but can't get to sleep. He downs a regular Red Bull and just like, that's like NyQuil. You're very interesting, Spork. I'll say that. I doubt I know anybody as diverse person as you. Obviously, that's not negative. I'm just like, But then again, I really don't talk to people aside from you guys and my boys and Sarah. Occasionally, my family. And hey, opponent! Good to see you. Opponent, did I add a command for you? Oh, okay. Ooh, yeah, that would be... Oh, no, that's beast. Hold on. I have not yet. I'll set one up, opponent. I will.
I place another one, right? I got another point in March Madness.
Oh, good. I have not kept up my... I'm at that point where I have so many Discords now, quite a few of them on mute, but I don't want to leave them. And it's just like, I want to keep up, but I can't. And then I'm just like, I've added a couple more, and one I'm actually very active in. And so that's kind of like, my attention can only be split so many ways. Oh, wow. Gosh. Sarah usually has, what, 4 cups in total a day of coffee?
Of coffee?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, by volume, generally it's 2 cups.
Mm-hmm.
But, usually, because I have this, is my coffee pot, so I drink at least one of these every day. So that's 2 cups volume. But on the weekends, like today, I had 2 pots, so that's 4 cups. But I do this, like dirty fasting. Now, you'll get into fasting eventually.
Dirty fasting?
It's intermittent fasting, but it's dirty fasting because I have creamer in my coffee. If it was clean fasting, it would be no calories. And I prefer to have creamer.
Black coffee, that just sounds like... Keisha does that, and I think it's just because she's a nurse.
I mean, if it's good coffee, I can drink it black.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to pay.
Should that be one of your streams one day you tried Death Wish coffee or something like that?
So,
yeah.
But I only I skip breakfast 3 or 4 days a week for my fasting.
Yeah.
So
we both get about 1,500 calories a day, about 1,200 to 1,500.
Yeah, but HOH doesn't like people who count calories, and we don't deprive ourselves. So.
No, we don't. It's just, it is what it is. That's just how it averages out. Because before, like last year this time, I mean, all the stuff I was eating, I know it was at least like, I think what I set for my daily when I was like monitoring it, because I was at like 60 ounces of soda a night, and just whatever food I just had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Obviously this was before I started streaming, and now I watch everything I eat, and that's why, yeah, I mean, I get that. Yeah, you don't want to obviously deprive yourself of basic nutrients if that comes at the cost of your calories and whatnot. Like, I like nuts, but I know, like, what isn't it, like, peanuts and cashews and all those kinds of, like, nuts, HOH, they have healthy fats in them, but they're high calorie. Like, one little 3-ounce bag is, like, 500-600 calories. But I know it's like, oh, it's, a healthy one. That's why you like to get a trail mix or whatever, or when you're hiking. And the protein. Because I did do the protein shakes and bars and stuff like that, but now I've just adjusted, and I'm using energy drinks. Alright, there's some mushrooms.
Yeah, so instead of having soda, you have energy drinks.
Yeah, I know, but I'm drinking a lot less of it than I was before. This might be half that amount. Yeah, it's adjusted and it's split over the day as opposed to just when I was at work and with no exercise and all those other things. All right. The water chestnuts, ginger, which, where is it? And we also need 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. Where's my teaspoon? And because we never have ginger to just grate around, obviously we're just going to use the powdered. Just going to shake a little bit on there. You know, I do really like sesame oil adding to any time I've used it. It's just like so good. It's like it gives you that nutty taste that is just, I guess, rare, I want to say. Okay, hold on. Ginger, scallions, talking in a medium bowl. Okay. See, again, this is a lot. So let's just do that much so the bowl is not overflowing. Now let's add our sesame oil, soy sauce, gochujang, which we're going to obviously because spiciness. Oh, fix that up here. Right, yeah. We're at, you know, a 2.5 ounce bag of Doritos is 500 or something. But yeah, actual protein. Yeah. Right. But I know that was definitely the starting off point for me, and now I know like what I'm eating, how much I'm eating, and I've just adjusted to my new setup. Alright. And soy sauce, we need 2 teaspoons as well. I sworn it was more. I guess not. Hey, bud.
Hey, Dale. Should I wake up in time?
Yeah, you slept really good.
Yeah, you can get up to here.
I think I slept up until 7.
Huh? It's almost 5. It's 7 minutes.
You
till
slept.
5 o'clock.
You slept the right amount, bud.
You slept the perfect amount. I would just.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Obviously, the medication stuff like that. It is what it is there. Okay. And the sugar, which is 1 tablespoon. No, that was the ginger. One teaspoon of sugar. That's a teaspoon for everything, isn't it? Mm.
How about after dietary show is done, we can play Make again?
Yeah, that's a really good
Okay.
idea. That's the one I was gonna choose. That's the one I was thinking.
Okay, and lastly, we'll add the pork here. This is just regular ground pork, 85/15. Good stuff. And it's just a pound, isn't it? Right?
Can you turn it up a little?
That's a pound and a quarter. But so just gonna crumble this around here. That's fine. Okie dokie. Get this out of the way. Alright, now we get to mix. Yay! Well, thank you. Here's the visual ASMR that's so good. Yes, mix, mix, mix.
Okay, so what I did is I got a memory card so that you can download more games. There's more room on it now. It has more space.
HOH, obviously, as some HOH Spork. Anybody else
Cut more on
who's in here who cooks like this? Is there one smell on your hands that you can't like stand? I'm just kind of curious, because like the sesame oil is so strong, but obviously it washes off really well. The only thing I don't like the smell of my hands on, is the what is it? The sponge when I wash the dishes. Just that residue smell, I just don't like. Yeah, your worst smell is work. You don't like the smell of raw meat on your hands? I mean, I get that. Sarah does not like touching raw meat or eggs or anything like that, so. Alright, thanks, opponent. I think maybe I'm just gonna make that that noise your command. We appreciate you stopping by. We'll see you next time. I was about to say Brittany's not here. Shoot. Even though I know opponent is streaming, but still. Spork! You didn't have to do that, Spork. We appreciate it. Also, rainbow unicorn hearts. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Alright, I think these are fairly well incorporated. Everything's got a nice mush to it. Okay. Oh, you guys, I don't know. I actually saw a popcorn and wreck the other day. I know it's been like 2 months since we've seen them. They're both very busy. Thank you, my love. Thank you, HOH. I have not gotten ads in like 3 months. Like, is anybody else having that problem? Okay, alright. That's enough. That's enough. Okay. Any little remaining residue here? So I can wipe this down, get this off my hands. Even though I'm going to get right into it in just a minute. Garlic scented hand. So it must be Twitch then. That's the only thing that, like, I was getting it even, you know, when I was getting, what, 100, 150 points like a day. And it's just dead stopped. No prompts to show them? Or are you nuts? No prompts to do them. Like, and obviously, you know, at that point, like bits, I'd rather have, instead of buying bits with that markup, 1 second, Shunchi, I'd prefer to just do a sub then to the channel, as opposed to buying, you know, and adjusting that kind of markup. Because obviously then you get the emote and you put it in other people's chats and you can, you know, promote other people's channels. Because HOH, yeah, people like your emotes, and Spork, I think I've only had yours once. Anybody's whose emotes I've had, they have always liked, so I always use them as much as I can in other chats. Alright, so now let's get our wrappers here. Okay, place a small bowl of water next to the area you will be making the dumplings. Okay, I'll just use this. Because, you know, we're always starved for space here. I was trying to think who I'm thinking then. Brittany. Sorry, Spork. Brittany. Oh, Spork, did you finish Bug Snacks? I think I asked that the other day, but I didn't get a response. I can't be sure. And if you're gonna tell me you didn't play Bug Snacks, then you guys know my memory. Yes? Was it like the whole experience? Like, I mean, I know it was a few weeks back, but I just didn't remember because I remember catching a few streams of it. Like, because I still want to get it. How long was the total playtime, and would you say it was worth it? Okay, let's get Medium high heat with the oil, right? Yes, Shinji, you're gonna ask me a question. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna play the Veggie Guess game?
We can a little bit later. Daddy's getting this all ready to go now.
Yeah, but I want to.
Okay, we'll just wait. Esquilo, how are you? Good to see you. I hope things are well. Maybe 6 hours? Okay. Okay, yeah, because I know Shenji would like to play. I saw the original gameplay. I liked it. I was figuring it was kind of shorter. Obviously, I would maybe or maybe not want to 100% it. But, and yeah, I trust your judgment to say that it's dollars to donuts worth it, you know? Okay. Okay. So, again, here's our wrappers. Oh, yeah, because it's just epic. Actually, this one's a little bit. Alright, that's better. Okay. So, we're going to make, and swap back and forth. So, it says specifically, fold. Place a small bowl of water next to you, where you'll be making them. Take the gyoza wrapper and place 1 to 2 teaspoons of filling in the center. Wet your index finger. Your index finger is your pointer finger, right? What does it say index? I guess because you're scrolling at index like this. Okay. I remember this, I just kind of don't remember this. Okay. Tight in the middle like that. I want plenty of filling, but no overflow.
Fortune hit a milestone.
Oh, what did she get?
700 followers.
Oh, wow. Good for Fortune. But yeah, epic. But we get free games like every, 7-10 days in Epic. I wish I had played any of those free games. Because I know I got the ones especially during Christmas, which were like Alien Isolation and all those kind of big hitter ones. Okay. Okay. I left these out just a little bit too long, so I'm just trying to not crack the tops here because they're a little bit dry. The ones below them will be fine, but these ones at the top. Was the and Sport Bug Snacks, was the ending satisfying? Like, it seems like one of those games where like the lore of it, even though obviously it's a short game, would be like really in depth and like jarring. Because I saw somebody do like a 6-minute speed run of it, or like a 12-minute speed run, I think. And I was like, man, the game is short. But the one part they couldn't skip was the very end, and that's where you get like resolutions to all the stories, and it seemed like so in depth for that kind of a game. Oh. Well, that stinks. But, I mean, I'm still going to play it. And then we just fry the rest of it in the pan, so it's not like I'm gonna go hardcore with this, but okay.
Ling time?
Yep. Is it the circle button?
Huh? No, you have to get the remote. It was right there on the top.
No.
It's right there.
The button. The button. You can use the button. But I went to the circle one instead.
Yep, the circle one's not the right one. That's the blue way. That's the Sonic movie.
Mm. Smash it first, and then I crimp it a little at the end.
I'm ready for some more.
I'm ready. Say it like that. Cindy, say it like that. I'm ready.
I think I can fit 6 on the pan without it overflowing.
Oh, you have to press both. How do I move this? Why is the listening to?
It's not, that's not the one that's plugged in right now.
Yeah.
Okay? You want to put the right one?
Oh yeah, but first I'm getting those before.
So Spork, it was your birthday. What did you get for your birthday? Anything exciting or something you want to tell us?
You know,
Because obviously,
I have to
when we get older, you know, our things of what we want for our birthday and Christmas change. Like, at this point, even though, especially like during Christmas, it's like, I don't mind getting gift cards, but I need you to make it like seem like a present. You know what I mean? One of the things I had my mom get this past Christmas, it's like, you can give me, you know, cash, you can give me gift cards, but I made her buy these little puzzle boxes where you had to solve the puzzle to get to the gift card.
Which one? This one?
Alright. We got 6 going.
No, don't go there. Don't go back.
Or did I use the small? I think I used the smaller
The
pan.
one on the end, Cindy. The left one.
Let me use the small one and see. It should be just fine.
That's this one.
So what we're gonna do?
Sorry.
In the bottom there,
That's just blue.
spread it around a little bit.
So this is when you're attacking.
Activate.
Okay, to cook the fresh dumplings, heat pan over medium-high heat with a single layer and cook until the bottom is light brown, like 1 to 2 minutes. Then add half a cup of water and cover with a lid and let them steam until they've cooked through. So, let me try it on this one first. Medium-high. Let's get that going. Can start working on the next couple. Ah, a succulent. Do you have a green thumb, Spork? Because it reminds me, I forget what the commercial was for.
Yeah, you have the big.
I think it was for like Alexa or something like that. And it's like, it just showed this woman with a ton of dead plants in like her apartment or whatever. And it was just like, even like the cactus and like the succulent or whatever, the very low maintenance plants were. Oh no, is it Alexa, show me a picture of a healthy succulent, and it shows her, and she's like, nah.
Get these.
Oh no, it broke already?
No, I have this.
I'm trying to keep a spider plant. I mean, I'm okay with plants. I just, like, I don't know what we would have. If we had this counter space right here, which is just covered with a bunch of stuff, I mean, I'd like a little plant just to kind of, like, brighten it up, but I don't know what. My favorite flowers are called hula hoops. They're purple with a little bit of black, yellow, and white, and they're really cute. Like, I remember, like, when it was summertime, my mom was like, do you want any plants? And I don't remember how I came to know it, but I was like, I want hula hoops. And so we'd always get hula hoops. Okay.
It's fine if you stand at the fire.
Check. Almost there.
It's fine.
But I see these people with, like, plants that need constant attention. I'm like, oh my god. We've tried that so many times in our little backyard to try and keep plants alive, mainly tomato and, like, a couple others, and it doesn't work. It's not that there's not enough sun, or just, like, you know.
If there's either too much sun, not enough sun, it gets too hot back there, we don't really know, but nothing grows.
Yeah, nothing grows.
That's it. And what's that? Drop something?
Yeah, you already have.
Because you can only keep so. But I mean, you can do that, HOH. That's what matters.
What do you guys have?
Yeah, my grandma, I was saying in the other stream, but my grandma is a master gardener, and she's, like, certified, like, could make a palm tree grow in Antarctica kind of situation. All right.
I got my shield again.
Let's get these first ones in there. Okay, I think it fit 4. Where's the lid? Okay, so we're just gonna have it like this. Oh, okay. We don't add the top yet. We wait for 1.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think you did.
Use a bomb. Use a bomb. Blow it up. Maybe there's a treasure in there.
But yeah, my grandma, she can do that. And actually, because obviously you guys know, I made a point of it always before, is that New Mexico is well known for their chilies. My grandma is actually one of the people responsible for helping chilies grow in, like, the northern United States. She, with the help of other master gardeners, found a way to cultivate them even in places that they should not be able to grow. I was about to say, I don't know if she got an award for it or something, but she is one of the people responsible for help making chilies be able to grow in places they shouldn't, which is kind of crazy to think. Like, that's such a pioneering kind of, obviously she's in her 80s, but man, that's just kind of crazy, you know? And here we are, we're just trying to get one tomato plant to make it 2 months. And it's like, nope. Yeah, it is. That's definitely, like, I don't know too much about my family. Like, my grandpa, who was with that grandma for, 50 years. He worked with his hands, like, from he was born and he was working with his hands. He ran his own shop where he did okay, and then add
A bomb arrow.
okay. Add half a cup of water and cover with the lid. And then we do that until the water is evaporated. Use that. We're going to add the water and cover it. If I know where I put it. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't even know how to cook.
Yeah, he worked his hands like his whole life, and you know, he could take apart, like, probably could take apart a tractor blindfolded and put it back together. And also, his hands were huge. Like, his wedding ring was like I'm not kidding you guys, like this big, like, no joke. And it's kind of crazy. It's like, man, he was a huge dude. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what I could lift or bench now, but I know, like, my hands are never gonna get that worn. Okay, so let me set the timer again for another minute 30. But yeah. But my grandpa helped with my grandma with the master gardeners as well, but he was definitely more of the doing the tractor stuff. So that was pretty cool. And we'd go up, me, Katie, and Brian would go up during the summers for a month. I'm sure it was a nice reprieve for my mom. I never thought about it until later. I'm like, oh, my mom just got like a nice 6 weeks to herself. Good for her. Dealt with us all year, passed us off to the grandparents, and just got to be alone. I'm sure she was very appreciative of that. And I'm like, oh, I just want 4 hours to myself. But
oh, 2 apples. No, no. What's that? What's your day, Chief? It's me. I want to go.
so, yeah, as much as I'd like to think I had, we might have a green thumb in here somewhere, it's just not, it's not us. But if I wanted a plant inside, I want something with color, you know? Like succulents and cactuses are not really known for, like, bright hues, you know? I want a purple, I want a red, I want a yellow, but then that requires work.
But why is it over there? Like, I keep
But yeah, my grandma had one huge greenhouse, rows and rows of vegetables, which is what we always ate when we were over there. And, yeah. And of course, our job was always to pull the weeds in the summer. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah, I want to use this.
We worked for our meals. You don't get to slack off when you're at Grandma and Grandpa's in South Dakota. No, you gotta work.
Oh, geez.
It's like other kids in their summer vacations. Oh, we went with our family to Disneyland, or we went, you know, we stayed here, but, you know, we have a pool, or this or that. I'm like, I pulled weeds for 6 weeks.
Oh, fancy that. So we meet again. What are you doing? Or bye?
Bye.
I thought you were going to talk to him. Why'd you come up?
Because I saw your man shopping at
Okay, and I'll start the other pan as well. And I'll have to add a little less water, because it should only take 2 minutes for that water to run out. I remember that from before. Hey Beast, how's it going? Good to see you. Don't forget Command Beast. I don't know if you saw it before, Beast. I think maybe you popped in and popped right back out. We think it's appropriate for the channel. I'm just reminiscing about the good old days, Beast. Back before a lot of responsibility. And grandparents and gardens and keeping stuff alive for as far as plants go. Beast, I don't know. I don't think you seem like the kind of person who has a bunch of plants in their house. I could be wrong. Oh, thanks, Beast. I will do that once I get this done and check on the other gyoza here. Let me drain. Maybe I don't need a full half cup of that. Let's try. Let's get that last little bit. That is my alarm for the laundry. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Alright. I'm going to take the lid off. And then we set it for another 1.5 minutes. Feel free to do that as well, Beast. When you come in, you can double do it, you know. Water. Cup. Also, Beast, do you see my new apron? What do you think of my apron, Beast? See, look, I just have to lean down a little bit. I don't have to show my head, and I look really good. No more. But I hope your day is going well, Beast. We appreciate your support as always. Okay, the laundry is done, my love. But I'm right in the middle of it. Okay, so another timer. Get a plate ready. Should have done that before. Ooh. Coming out good. Oh. Well, there went one of them. It's fine. Just a second, sweetie. That one medium high, yes. So, there's the first ones. Again, these are a little bigger. It's using the smaller pan, but there was a lot more water than there should have been. I have to adjust that. But, okay, stop. Let's get these last 3 on here. Just a second, sweetie.
Please.
Sorry.
Mommy.
Okay, and we're gonna add just like a 1/4 cup of the water now instead of a half.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, 1/4 cup is gonna be a lot better. Show you guys. So there you go. So smaller pan, bigger one, which we got the steaming going for another until it evaporates.
I got a wet bag.
should be about a minute and a half each turn. So.
I'm close. I'm done. Close. Y'all don't know why we didn't focus first.
Yeah?
We have to go up this? Holy cow, that looks like an
It'll just be an open face one.
Shall we get all of the strawberries?
Yeah, I want both of them.
Was there any treasure?
Oh, the book is right here. Tell me drop one, please, that's too much.
Just want the lid.
Yeah, on the wall. You have to get off the wall, please.
Try! Thank you, Ruto. I just gotta get this first set out, and then I need to pick up the laundry, but here's our first one. Again, this is a little bit different. It was a little over steam, but I mean, still looks good. Still perfectly cooked, everything. How are you today, Try? Oh, timer 1:30. I hope you are well. I know, I'm doing well. The boys have a little bit of a cough, kind of runny nose situation going on. Sarah and I are fine, so hoping it's just a little 24, 48 hour bug. Oh, Try. What do you think of my my new apron? Yeah, they'll be fine. They don't have any other symptoms aside from just a cough and
A wet cough.
a wet cough and a runny nose. Shenji has the cough, Daichi has the runny nose. Yes, Sarah got it for me. Isn't she the best?
No, I don't see anything yet.
I'm sure Sarah could send you the link to where she got it from if you really want to try. If you really want to, just DM her, she will, I'm sure. But, okay. Just pull these up. Okay. Alright, a little darker this time. Still look good. Oof. Look at that. Except a little dark. A little bit more oil. Still gonna be good though. You can definitely tell. Pull these off. Okay. Go to that heat. A minute 30. Oops. Pull this off. Hi, Sporks Cat. Or Sporks Animal. I can't remember if it's a cat or not. I know Molly has done that before, for both me and Sarah, and Shenji and Daichi have done that as well.
Wow.
That's just funny. League, you're one of those League people? Try. I mean, no judge. It's just like, I guess the only thing I know about League is like the bad side, and by that I mean like, how can you play one single game for like 45 minutes, you knew you lost like 5 minutes in, you still play all the way through, and you're still upset. Like, That's a level of masochism I don't have in me trying. Or at least that's what I hear from other League players. And actually, try. There was my basically like the hugest raid I've ever received was from a League of Legends player back like I think about a month and a half in. And he raided with like 450 people. No, it's not for me, try, because when I was in the tutorial, I died, I don't know how many times, like the first 3 stages of the tutorial, and I died so many times, I was just like, I probably shouldn't have died this many times. This game is not for me. I'll stick to the games I have been playing. Alright, there is a plethora of Yoza right there. I need to go get the laundry. But yeah, it seems like everything about that game seems so like drawn out and unnecessary, and I couldn't do that. Like that's why. $3. Good to see you.
When you get
Okay. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. $3. Please stay here. Feel free to do Turk's command if he's not going to be in tonight. I'll be right back. I need to go get the laundry. Also, $3. Look at my new apron. Sorry, I can get a better shot. No, I still have some more cooking to do, but I need to go get the laundry. What do you think of my apron? Try or 3?
better. Okay, you can drop down now.
Yes. Give me like 3 minutes. 3. And I'll make some more, but this is most of the pile, and then the rest of our stuff will get just stir fried. So give me 1 minute, give me 3 minutes. I'll be right back.
Hey, Daddy. Where was I going?
Yep, going that way.
Can we open the treasure chest?
It doesn't look like it. Did you? Yeah.
Oh.
Did you get?
I knew there was gonna be mushrooms on the hill.
Did you get the treasure chest?
I had
Well, why don't you just look up while you're saying anything? Did you open it? Why is it gone?
I think I have it. Oops. Oh, God. Oops. I don't think it is.
Rolling spear.
Oh, I want to check that out. I want to check that out. Let's see how this floats in the world. I want to float up there.
Does that game have night? What happens at night?
Nothing happens.
You have to sleep.
No, just everybody said you have to go to sleep, but I know you can't go to sleep.
There's some more mushrooms down that wall. What are you gonna do?
Look for it.
Bye-bye, spear.
No, we can get it.
Can I go find it now?
It was up that way, I know. I'm gonna bring out this phone to knock those trees down. I want to knock every tree. Put it here. Now run away. Now activate. Take up the tree.
No. You can't protect the tree with a bomb. You're supposed to use the axe. With the old one. You don't have an axe.
Oh, I think those are bats.
Are you gonna get the mushrooms?
Yeah, but those bats over there.
Yes, there's bats over there.
I want to get those. Bring that. I'm ready to fire for you guys. Just wait. What they have?
Welcome back to the show. Alright. I think we got about 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 more to go. Alright. So 3. I've already made the mix here, which is the pork, cabbage, the shiitake mushrooms, sesame oil, salt, ginger, soy sauce, sugar, and just combine that all together to get this. We have our gyoza wrappers, which I don't know if you can really find it like Walmart, but definitely your local Asian market. And just wet around the exterior here. Just get some filling. But I really do love your command. I was thinking maybe to change it, but I think it just works. Like we're not, we're calling a spade, you know what I mean? Just take it, get the filling, smush it down, and do a little bit of a push. I'm not going to fully kind of crimp it, I'm just going to push it down here until we get the full coverage so that nothing's going to leak out. And then we'll take the edge and we'll just slightly fold it over and push again.
I want to sneak up on these. That means we're moving so slow.
But how are you doing, 3?
Yeah, but
I was lurking in Turk Stream, was it last night? I'm just so busy some nights of like paying attention, food and paying attention to the boys, even if it's an easy night. And nights like tonight, I'm still even just, doing laundry on the side.
The temperature is getting cold. Find warmth or you're going to take damage from being cold.
Nice little rim job there. A little bit more. But, yeah. What was he wearing on his head the other night? Was that like a... I was just looking... I had enough time just to look at it. Was he wearing like a whale on his head or a shark or something? I'm guessing because obviously people love the wigs, he wanted to go another mile and like get some like crazy hat kind of things. Oh, a shark. Okay, yeah.
Why are you not buying me it? I want you to buy one.
It's a neat little idea. We found our wigs. I told him we were gonna have a wig, a co-stream wig off night. Oh god, him at Party City. That seems like a dangerous combination.
Shinji, do you want to play by yourself or do you want to pause for a minute?
Okay,
So I
let
can
me...
go do the laundry?
I just gotta fold these 3 more and then fry up the rest in that, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah. Well, we're gonna do it because we have like 3-4 wigs, 4 or 5 wigs, but I couldn't find it because Sarah and I have 2 very different ways of looking for things, and she found it. So this is ground pork, cabbage, shiitake mushrooms, salt, sesame oil, ground ginger, a little bit of sugar, and then just mix that all together. And you just, it worked. It was so good last time. I know it's going to be good this time. And, yeah. I was definitely like, you could do it with like ground beef, but I think the pork just kind of makes more sense with the sesame oil, and especially because as soon as you put sesame oil in something, it's obviously very strong, overpowering, and you really don't want to. That really doesn't. You can't do that with ground beef. And like obviously salt and pepper, you can season it. You know, you're making your burgers or whatever it is. But if you're adding sesame oil to ground beef, at least in my eyes, it doesn't work right. Yes. But yeah, very good. Obviously, because it's ground pork, it's better for you. We use 85-15 ratio. You know, you're getting your cabbage. It's being lightly fried, but obviously not like deep fried. So, I mean, it's a solid, healthy option there. And like I said, depending on how much you make, because I kind of, at least with the cabbage is so hard to use, like, consistently, I guess. So, let me want this whole thing. So that's why the rest of it, you just, if you're not, like if you're not using it, just whatever is left here, you don't need to have more gyoza unless you really need it. Because I mean, this is from one package of gyoza. You just throw it in the pan and fry it, and it works as just a great little snack at any time. Because it's crispy, it's fried, it's got the tanginess from the sesame oil and the little other spices in there. So it's kind of like, you know, a very like if coleslaw was an entree instead of a side. I don't think this might not work. That might be a little too much for the pork cracking. I will get to your random fact in just a second. I'm about to start these, and then I can do it. I'm trying to think of one. Maybe a particular category. Sometimes I got so many in my head. I'm just trying to think of it. This is gonna be not the best one, but I still wanted to use it. I'm not gonna just let it go to waste. It's not what we do in this house. Okay. So again, we're just gonna get our wok, put a little bit of oil at the bottom, heat it up, drop them in. Minute 30, then add a quarter cup of water. Minute 30, remove the lid, or when the water is evaporated. Minute and a half, you're done. So the whole thing really should take 5 minutes or under. Obviously, if you're using maybe a few more gyoza, just be careful. You only want to have like 4 at the most, so everything is like completely spaced out right. So you don't burn and whatnot. But considering I only have the one, and then I want to use the wok for the rest of this. Is that enough space? That's enough space. I can do it in that one. That's fine. But Turi, I don't think we've talked about it before. What is your favorite type of food to make? And what about Turk? He kind of seems like a meat and potato dude, but obviously I could be wrong. I mean, I love my meat and potatoes. But rice, like, and especially because I've been using these cookbooks now, my view of everything is so much more. Like, and depending on the week, we may or may not have like a lot of leftovers, and then, you know, we make a stir fry, and then we make one of the sides from the book that's smaller. Or then maybe if I want to impress somebody, I'll make the lava buns like I made like a month ago, which looks so cool, but they take, you know, 2.5 hours. They're worth it. Just check the template right there. Okay. Let's get these last gyoza in there. So again, we got our pan, oil. We're just going to set it in there. Okay. It says 1 to 2 minutes, so we're a little bit ahead of it. So let's do 145. Alrighty. So I was trying to think of there was something I was just thinking originally, but I can't. Oh, so this is about the Dungeons and Dragons movie. $3. Are you? How old are you? If you want to answer that, you can just tell me by the answer of, did you see the Dungeons and Dragons movie in theaters, or have you seen it at all? I'm talking about the live action one, not like animated or anything else. So again, that quarter cup was a little less. We're gonna do like a third of a cup of water. You haven't? Okay. So I'm that old. I saw it in the movie theaters. I was super excited for when it came out. Anyways, a lot of people didn't like it, and I'm sad. I'm one of those people who likes those kind of, like, even if people like, oh man, that was the worst. I'm like, I still enjoyed it. It was still an experience. Yeah, they spent millions of dollars, and maybe not everybody thought it was the best, but we still got a fun adventure in, an hour and a half and 2 hours. I believed the characters. I believed the setting, Okay, if you're in your third decade of life, that's all you need to say. But yeah, so I'm almost halfway through my third decade, so I'm fairly close to it. All right, so we add the water. We put on the lid. Again, I'm going to set about another minute and 30 seconds. And so I saw it in theaters, and I didn't remember it until like, oh, my pen. Something reminded me of it. And so in the movie, the big bad guy has this lair that is like really like dark and creepy and ominous and looking, as evil bad guys, especially in like Dungeons and Dragons, should have. But one of the key things I forgot about it is that it's actually like covered in bones. Like everything is bone. There's a bone chandelier. Like the furniture is made of bones. The skull and the ceiling, from bottom to top, the entire lair is bones. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that fact. And that is actually something called the Bone Church or the Bone Cathedral. And it's this place in Switzerland or Germany or some European, some country that's not the US, that's across the pond at least. And that's the whole point of this Bone Church. Is like, they had a church, but during the Black Death, there's just so many bodies. They're like, well, what do we do? And this like artist guy essentially, like, there's the Michelangelo's David, there's the Sistine Chapel, and this dude just took all the bones and made magnificent artwork in this church. Alright, minute and a half is up. Not all of the stuff has evaporated yet. It's almost there. And normally they have rarely let anybody ever. You can take pictures of it, of course, but they don't let anybody film it. Like heavy metal bands and all these other kinds of people who you would think would really want to film in that church have not been able to. But somehow the people in Dungeons and Dragons, they showed the people the script, and they thought that just look up Bone Church, Bone Cathedral, and you'll see it, especially when you see Bone Chandelier. But they showed the people of the church the script, and they're like, oh, the reason why we don't let people film is because we don't want people dishonoring the dead. that are housed in there. And somehow they read the script of the Dungeons and Dragons movie and thought that they were not disrespectful, which they weren't. But like, it's the head of the big bad evil lair, and that's his whole thing is supposed to be intimidating. And I'm sure it lists his previous slaves and subjects and stuff like that. So they were able to, you know, they're probably really one of a literal handful of people who have ever been able to film in there. And it was for the Dungeons and Dragons movie that nobody gives a... It's a cult thing now, a cult movie, but like nobody gives a crap about it, and it makes me sad. It was a good movie. I don't care what anybody says. All right, now we got one last minute and a half. When we do it uncovered, because there's only a little bit left of the, liquid at the bottom. And again, for this one, you just fry it. That's all you're doing. It came out in like 2001, 2002, 2003. The early 2000s, $3. So if you look that up, if it's streaming anywhere, watch it. It's campy, it's kind of stupid, but it's a good watch. But yeah, if anything, just Google Bone Church or just even Bone Chandelier and you'll be like, wow. Some people use stone, some people use canvas. This dude used bone, and dang if it's not impressive. Alright, getting right there. The bottom is crisping up. We'll go ahead and kill that heat. We do have a couple of things for soy sauce for me and Sarah to use, which we will. Now, these may or may not have been taken from a restaurant, so I don't want any judgment from you people. I know at least this one was. This one I think we may have just had, but I think I took this from, like, Outback or something. Alright. Get one officially on, like, a nice plate. Small plate. Set. Come on. Sorry if it's a little loud, guys. Let me just set that there. I'm gonna toss this again. Okay. Well, see, I'm glad. Like, I only took as many as I thought I would need, and like we have, like I said, we have the bigger one, and I'm like, we need a smaller one, especially if, you know, we're gonna dip something we only have like a couple of. You don't need a lot of soy sauce, but if you don't want to pour it on, you know what I mean? Oof. Come on, baby. Alright, 1. 2. Oh no! Still good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I've ever taken silverware from a restaurant. But I did take one of those. Like, I think at all the hotels like I've ever stayed at, I've never taken a towel. I don't think I've ever had the need for one. we go, 3.
What's that chicken there?
Look at that. Look at that spread right there. That's the money. Mm. You love to see it, don't you? Yeah. Mm. Perfect. Perfect.
Let's watch what it says.
No, you're not watching that. What,
No.
do you want to finish the Sonic movie?
No.
It's still in the DVD player.
It's almost cooked. It's still a little clumped together a little bit. You okay?
I just almost fell.
Okay. We're playing another clip for the channel.
Yeah, as I spilled milk all over the floor. I slide on whatever, the grease.
So Sarah got her hair redone. If anybody can hear, compliment her on it. It looks really good. Obviously, I can't do any coloring with my hair. I'll just have to wear wigs like Turk. But do tell him we found the wigs.
Are you giving them that?
So Sunday, Mondays are my best days. I was
This?
going to use that to take a picture. Yeah, these are all set. Or if we just wanted to.
I mean, they ate it last time, didn't they?
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I don't remember Turk's schedule, but Sunday, Monday are my best days because those are the days I have off. But I don't know what we can play together because I would want to play Fall Guys, but I play it on PC and they don't have cross-platform play yet. So whatever we would co-op play, it would have to be on PC. But I'd be really happy to do it, and we could just go back and forth with wigs and I don't know. Does Turk have any cosplay or anything else he can kind of like use to enhance his look aside from wigs and now shark hats? Yeah. Because I have a Switch, but we don't have a capture card for it. And beside that, the most recent systems we have are, you know, the Wii, 360, and PS2. So I haven't had aside from the Switch, I haven't had a current generation console in what, 10, 12 years.
I'm going to bring a fork and knife just in case I need to cut them off for them. See, we have chopsticks for both of the kids. Tony has a pair of chopsticks. I don't have a pair of chopsticks. Well, we'll see what happens. I might need to cut up the gyoza for the kids.
He's trying. Aww.
Is this just soy sauce?
Yes, that's just soy sauce.
Can you do it, Daichi?
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Like within the next couple weeks, I know, obviously, want to certainly plan ahead. But it'd be fun. You guys are amazing, obviously, in your streams. You're great supporters of the channel. I try and make it to his as much as I can. Even if I can't talk, I'm dropping units for his stream raiders. And I know he sees that, because I just hear enough to be like, he recognizes that I dropped a troop down, so...
Should we need to try it before you say you don't like it? I don't ask that.
3, we are anime fans.
If it's yoga, it has meat on it.
Our oldest, our firstborn, is named Shenji after Shenji from Neon Genesis Evangelion. So that might tell you that we're pretty high on the weeb scale. I've been to Japan twice. Sarah's been once. Yeah. You know, I have my Hinata and Misty doing a hand heart tattoo. I have Bulbasaur and Pikachu on the back of my legs. Sarah has Eevee, Pikachu, and Togepi on hers. On her. And Butterfree on her forearm. So yes, we're anime fans. But yeah, I could see. Who are you thinking? I know so little about Demon Slayer, but who are you thinking then? The main character or the shirtless pig dude? Oh shoot! I'm sorry, 3. That because we went the year before. We went in 2019. And if it had been 2020 instead, and that wouldn't have happened, because both times I went were for the cherry blossoms, which is, you know, end of March. And if we couldn't have, that would have broken me, like, for sure. So I'm sorry to hear that. I keep track of that stuff every day. I mean, it still looks like they can have international spectators for the Olympics. Obviously, Japan has been very strict about, you know, they're not letting anybody into their borders except for people who are Japanese nationals or like who need to be in that country for emergency reasons. It's very, very few people. Would it be your first time then there? Let's say. Because I will be streaming when I get to go. As soon as they open up the country, I will plan my trip then. And I will be streaming absolutely as much as possible, because I'll just be spending a full week in Tokyo.
Daddy?
What, sweetie?
We don't want chopsticks.
Okay. You want a fork?
Yeah, get that you want to.
You want some home sauce?
I can have one of these ones.
Just give me the soy sauce. I'll put it on the plate.
I would just.
You want barbecue sauce on your gyoza?
Try that first. It's like what you put on rice. I almost wish I could be a tour guide for you guys. Well, I don't know if you'd be jumping around or not. I've just been in Tokyo twice, so I've been in Tokyo a total of like 14 days. The first time I went, I was literally trying to speed run it, right? And it was okay, but I missed a lot of stuff. I hit quite a few tourist attractions, but also I was just like, I was running around so fast, I didn't get to fully enjoy it. And the second time with Sarah, I planned it out more, and we had a really good time. And this next time, like, because I know it fairly well, I know enough Japanese to say and get what I need done, then it'll be really just like exploring places I haven't yet, but also being able to stream that for people. So that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, all right. So take a picture of that. Ow, Molly, no, ow, that hurt. Yeah, well, I mean, even flashcards, I know it's kind of an antiquated one. Obviously, there's lots of apps and stuff, but that's the second time around, I fully set up a set of flashcards for me and for Sarah, and it really helped with essential phrases. You guys will absolutely love it, I'm sure. Yes, Mommy, I know you exist. I'm sorry. Mm. 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 So good. Oh, yeah, I'm eating. Molly, ow. Ow. Molly. Alright. Here's Molly. She's gonna go 2 seconds.
Did you hear what that man just said?
Okay, you've been up here. Can I put you down now? I want to finish eating. Say hi, $3. Hi.
The devil. Are you sure you're
Yes. Molly is my sous chef. And by sous chef, I mean the thing that claws my leg until I pick her up and then gets hair all around me. And then when I try and put her down, claws me even more on the neck and shoulders and back and chest. So I just kind of accept my fate for a little bit, like this, while she purrs and everybody thinks she's cute, while she's slowly drawing blood. And then I'm like, okay, Molly, that's enough. And I put her down. She is cute, but cats are like kids. They're cute up till a certain point, and then all they do is hurt you. But I get it. You're an old lady. You're in your 80s now. I understand. She's our little girl. We got her when she was 6 weeks old. Yeah, we do love you. Okay, let me finish one more, and we'll call it for the night here. Oh, we do love her. Wrong one. Just like the boys. Done, yeah.
Oh no.
It's falling apart. There. You done? Okay. Well, Reggie needs paid attention, so he can eat. So we'll go ahead and end it here for tonight. As I'm looking for somebody to rate, of course, I do want to thank $3. Thank you for coming in. Sorry, as soon as you came in, I had to do the laundry, but you know how it is. Of course, huge thanks to HOH, Beast, Spork, Opponent. Guys, of course, all amazing. Thank you to the most recent follower, the Corvid Witch. Brittany, I know you're not here tonight. Hey, Doctor! I'm just ending, but you can look at the nice picture that I have and the nice food I have. So, this is the book, and this is what's left on my plate. How was your stream? I'm sorry I didn't get to see the end of your stream, Doctor. But I think it's close. It looks good. And this is the Destiny one. I don't know if you've seen this one before. But you know what, the fact, I appreciate it. Even if it's at the last second. I mean, one, it means a lot. Your time is obviously, okay. My memory's messed up, Doctor. I can talk to you about that in another stream. Yours or mine. But, I mean, your time, obviously, is the most important thing in the world, and the fact that even these last few moments here, you spend it with us, we greatly appreciate it. But the boys are getting a little restless. I gotta make sure that they eat. So, tonight, just Jules should play. What is he drawing tonight? So, you know, Fortune's still going. She always shows me love. She's playing Super Mario Brothers 3. Let's go over and show Fortune Cookie some love. Spam all the emotes you guys got. Again, I appreciate your guys' time, your company, talking. It's amazing. We thank you for that. We'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure what. Oh, it'll be my weekend, so probably a mixed drink, like I was telling you, Doctor, from one of my streams, from one of my books here. And we will catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Much love. Matane. After